Well, all right, you're listening to CKUA. My name is Grant Stovel, and that was the beautiful music of Ottawa-based duo Twin Flames. They are Chelsey June and Jaaji, a couple on stage and off, and their latest album is a thing of beauty, Twin Flames Unplugged Live. They are in the province on tour right now, and you can catch them tonight in St. Albert at the Arden Theatre, tomorrow in Wetaskiwin at the Manlook Theatre for the Performing Arts, and I am thrilled to say Twin Flames join us on CKUA right now. Jaaji, Chelsey June, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Nick, it was always a pleasure to be on the radio and promote ourselves.
Well, I know that you've had a whirlwind past few days, and I'm really excited that you did take a moment to literally stop the van on the side of the road to chat with us. Of course, you started it just a few days ago on Sunday in Newfoundland for the Canadian Folk Music Awards. You went out there, and then all the way to the other side of the country a couple of days later, starting off this tour in BC. How have these last few days been for you two?
Exhausting. I mean, at the same time, exhilarating. You know, we love seeing the world, and we seem to be going back and forth to Alberta. So we love it out here, and we toured here this time last year as well. So every chance we get to come back west, we're always really excited.
Well, and seeing you live is a real experience. Twin Flames Unplugged Live really gives the listener a vivid sense of just how dynamic the two of you are on stage together. Often feels like there's way more than two people. What will people experience when they come to see you on this tour?
So we love bringing everyone together. I think that's why we're musicians, is because we just love when an audience is there with us and we get to experience this magic of music. So we bring people in and we love sharing all the different kind of instruments that we play. So you'll hear some Indigenous spirit flutes, some drums, some stomp, some lead guitar and harmonica. And so it ends up really does sounding like a full band. And we tour as well with our sound man, Tyler, and that's been great as well. A great addition to really giving audiences something that they've probably never heard before. And we're also singing in three languages, so in Inuktitut, English, and French.
Amazing. And I would love to be able to spin your new single, which is truly gorgeous, in just a few moments. But I wonder first if we could maybe take another listen to Unplugged Live, and in particular, the rendition of a song that's kind of become a signature for Twin Flames, though originally from the songbook of the Tragically Hip. What can you tell us about your interpretation of their classic song, Grace 2?
We were very fortunate that we got to play that song, and it was sort of by accident because we were involved with the Legacy Channy Winjack Foundation in Burlington, Brampton, and St. Catharines over in Ontario, and we were the invited Indigenous guests. So they asked us to play one of the Tragically Hip's tunes and one of ours because they loved one of our tunes. So we played and shared the stage with Canadian greats, some legendary as well. And so for us, it was kind of like, okay, like this is a really, really big opportunity. And we had picked Fiddler's Green. And unfortunately, when we were driving to Burlington to play the show that night, we were told by one of the organizers that Tom Wilson, who is from the Rodeo Kings, he actually plays that every year, and he's going to be playing it that night. So we kind of had to kind of regroup and say, hey, what are we going to do now? So Chelsey, as I was driving, started Googling top 10 greatest Tragically Hip songs, and Grace 2 came about, and we fell in love with it right away because I never really got to listen to the Tragically Hip myself. It was always in the background, same for Chelsey. So when we played it over and over until we arrived, it was a 5-hour drive. We sound checked that afternoon, and we pretty much felt like we were gonna puke as we were sound checking, and we pulled it off. We pulled it off again when we played it that night, to the point where people were crying and saying, "Thank you for letting Gord live on." And that was actually the year after he had passed away. And so for us, having played it and people having encouraged us to record it, obviously with the legal rights and actually getting the permission of the family as well, which we were blessed by the brother of the late Gord. And he said from the family, thank you very much. From the Channing Winjack family, thank you very much. And since then, it's sort of been that song that people just fell in love with. And we were very stressed about the fan base as well, because the Tragically Hip community, the fan base is so loyal, so like really, really loyal. And so we were really worried about butchering the song. And it ended up being where a lot of people just said, wow, like this is an Indigenous version almost. And we love it. Thank you for that.
Well, you talk about grace. That is an amazing story. This is Twin Flames. We'll be hearing their latest single coming up shortly, Hearts on Fire. Such a great example of that amazing vocal blend that the two of you have together. And I wondered, do you remember the first time you ever sang together? And if you do, can you take us back to that moment?
Yeah, we actually do remember quite well. Yaya and I met on a television show back in 2014, and the night before filming, we were invited to just hang out around a campfire, and Yaya happened to be singing a song outside by Stained, and I knew the song, so I just hopped in and started singing it with him. And the harmonies kind of happened instantaneously, and we were just like, oh my goodness, this is different, because usually harmonies are something that have to be worked on. So yeah, we were kind of both intrigued. I think everybody around that campfire was intrigued, and we decided to keep in contact, and several months later he came to visit, and I asked him to move in.
Wow. A new metal song sung around a campfire. I would never have guessed that was the origin story for this band. That's incredible.
I was a 90s teenager and full of angst.
Well, fantastic. I want to thank you both once again for this wonderful visit, and so glad to have you back in the province where you've been well loved for many years now. You have this new 2024 single that we'll be checking out next. What was the inspiration behind your creation for Hearts on Fire?
So Hearts on Fire was a song that we were kind of toying with for a while, each time we'd go up in the studio. And then we were approached by a filmmaker. She was doing a documentary film on ending violence against women, and also highlighting the lives of activists. And it was really interesting to us because we thought, wow, this could be a really important project that we were honored to ask to be a part of. And so she wanted us to write a song that she could use in her documentary to kind of, I guess, summarize the strength that these women have. And so that's kind of how Hearts on Fire came to be. And yeah, we're really proud of the song itself. It was featured in the documentary, and it's the first single off our brand new album that we actually recorded in Alberta at the National Music Centre, the Bell Studio. So we got to use the living collection, which was awesome, and blend that with our other instruments and voices. And so yeah, it was a experience of a lifetime that we can't wait to share with everyone. So the new album's it's titled Hugging the Cactus, because there's gonna be a whole lot of songs that we're working through stuff on, going to the deep places.
I would expect nothing less. That is so exciting. Well, Chelsey, Jaaji, once again, thanks so much, and happy trails. We'll see you on the stage of the Arden Theatre in St. Albert tonight, and Wetaskiwin's Manlook Theatre on Saturday.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right, here is Hearts on Fire from the upcoming new album, Hugging the Cactus. This is Twin Flames on CKUA.